Coming up today, we're taking you to check out the brand new band rooms at Adamstown Bowling Club.
We just need really good rooms in this city. We have a few, we need more.
We'll tell you about a Daniel Johns action figure, and Dan will let you know what's happening around Newcastle and the Hunter this weekend. Produced on Awabakal and Warramai land, this is The Good Stuff on Newcastle Live.
This is
Good.
good stuff.
The Good Stuff. An eBay store is auctioning off a custom-made figurine of Daniel Johns. The figurine and packaging are custom-made by Luc LeBlanc of Distraction Figures. Mini Dan is 3.75 inches tall and is depicted from Silverchair's Freak Show era. He's dressed in jeans, a black t-shirt, brown jacket and black shoes. You can currently bid on the custom-made Daniel Johns figurine on eBay. To check it out, head on over to newcastlelive.com.au.
Newcastle Live. Newcastle Live.
Recently, we caught up with Matt Field, who's currently running the new band rooms at Adamstown Bowling Club. So what was the original vision and how did it come about?
So the original vision is they had a couple of original bands outside. They had Caitlin Harnett and the Pony Boys, and it was just packed. There was probably 500 or 600 people out there, and it was excellent. They had Grace out there. There was probably about another 500 people for her. Again, that was excellent. The problem is, though, there's a certain time of day that we can't have live music outside. It sort of has to finish by 8 p.m. Obviously, being a city that's really into our nighttime culture, that's a bit of a problem. So we had to move the music inside. So in answer to your question, like what was the original vision? Well, I guess we realised just how positive the response was when we were doing live music here, and so we were basically like, look, we're onto a good thing here. Let's grow it.
There's actually something that you're about to bring into the club to encourage new members, which is a muso membership. Is that right? Can you tell us about that?
Sure. So we're going to launch that pretty soon. We're going to launch a muso membership. So any muso or anyone that's just here for the love of music can actually sign up and get a muso membership card, and then they can swipe that card at the bar and get it's going to be very reduced price tinnies. So we've got a beverage partnership lined up for that, which is really exciting. So we basically want to say to all the music community, whether you're playing or whether you're just a punter and you love watching live music, you're welcome here. We're going to look after you because you're supporting a great industry.
What have some of your favourite moments been so far from these band rooms?
I just love watching bands that I've never seen before come through this venue and blow me away. So I'm just going to say it. I saw a band that I've never seen before called Lucky Day. Such a great band, and I'm now like a massive fan. It's been on constant rotation for me on Spotify. That's been great. I actually really love watching a crowd of people that ordinarily might not go to their local bowling club come in on a Friday and Saturday night and stay till like midnight and just love their time here. So that's probably the biggest, the most positive thing for me, I reckon.
What are some of your main goals moving forward? Because you've got these two spaces set up already. Where do you see the next part of the evolution?
That's an awesome question. Thanks for asking. I want this to be a nationally recognised venue so that all the touring acts that come to Australia, or all the national touring Australian acts, know that when they're coming to Newcastle, they've got an awesome venue that's going to look after the artists, going to pay the artists well, and it's going to get a lot of punters along. So my bigger vision for this club is to not only establish it as one of the best and most favourite venues in Newcastle, but establish it on the national touring scene as somewhere where any band that's coming either into Australia or touring Australia knows that they're coming to Newcastle because they've got to play this venue.
Why do you think it's important to not only be recognised on a local level but also on a national level?
Well, it's so important for our local music community and our local music industry here to have that kind of national recognition. The biggest problem that our local musos face, in my opinion, is that we don't have the channels to promote their music beyond the walls of Newcastle. We pretty much only have one national broadcaster, which is Triple J. It's a wonderful platform, but there's 25 million people in this country and we can't survive. Our music industry, our creative industries can't survive with just one national broadcaster. So we need more opportunities for our local bands to be seen by a national audience. One of the best ways to do that is to get national bands that aren't from Newcastle coming into the city, because then all of our local bands get the support. And then, like, for example, a band, like I saw a perfect example that's happening. I don't know when this is going to air, but pretty much around about now, Dear Seattle is on at the Stag and Hunter, and Lucky Day is supporting. Perfect. I can't wait for the Dear Seattle boys to see Lucky Day, because I know that in future, those Dear Seattle boys will be like, wow, next time we go on a national tour, we're taking Lucky Day with us, because that's a great band. And we need more opportunities like that so that our local bands get seen by the rest of the country.
And so, to nerd out for a second, for musos out there that haven't been in here and seen the spaces yet, what makes these spaces different in terms of gear and what you can offer bands coming through?
Well, I guess the first thing to know is it's a community club and it's a not-for-profit. So when we have really big music nights and the club is doing well from those nights, all of that money is going back into the venue. So there has been, fortunately the venue hasn't held back on putting the best of the best gear in both of these spaces. So we've got a wonderful sound system in the smaller room. This room hasn't got its sound system yet. It's probably going to get its system within the next couple of weeks. And what I said to the board is the best way for this venue to start getting a great reputation is to be the best sounding room in the city. And the way you do that is just to make sure you've got really, really good quality gear. Not just the speakers, obviously all your mic stands, your mics, your cables, everything has to be top notch. And so they, as I said at the beginning of this interview, they've been 100% in support of any suggestions so far. So that's why we've got the best gear available. The rooms sound amazing, and I know that any band that comes here, it's happened. They all leave the stage going, wow, they feel good, Like, as an artist, you want to be showcasing your artistry on the best platform possible. If you're a visual artist, you want to be in the best gallery. If you're a musician, you want to be on the best stage. And so the way to get our reputation out there as being a wonderful live music venue is to make sure that every single time the muso leaves the stage, they feel like, wow, my artistry sounded amazing tonight.
So Matt, you've been involved in the local music industry for a long time now. How do you see it at the moment, and what do you see as some of the biggest challenges for it moving forward?
That's an awesome question. The music industry in this city is so strong right now. It's incredible. I wholeheartedly believe that this is one of the great music cities in this country. If we go back to the end of 2022, West Best Blockfest, 85 local bands, all on one street, one block in the city, and all really, really good. So I know that this city is just bursting with amazing creativity right now. The biggest challenge is that we just don't have enough opportunities for this music that is in this city to be seen by national audiences. I'm very passionate about that. And that has to change, because we know this city's excellent. You and me know this city's excellent. Or all the people that engage with Newcastle Live, for example, who live in Newcastle, know how amazing this city is. But we need more people outside of Newcastle to go, wow, what's happening in Newcastle? Let's go to that city. We need all the touring managers and all the agents and all the bands to be like, I'm 100% stopping in Newcastle on my next tour. One of the challenges that we have right now is if you go through a lot of the tour posters of the national touring bands, they are doing the regions. They're doing Wollongong, Geelong, Canberra, and they're missing Newcastle. And we have to fix that, and we absolutely can. And one of the ways we're fixing that, which is a motivation behind what we're doing here and why the board's been so supportive, is we just need really good rooms in this city. We have a few, we need more, so that the rest of the country continues to come into Newcastle and they see the richness of the artistry that we have here.
It's been so awesome to chat with you, Matt, and I can't wait for everyone to get in here and check it out for themselves. Thank you so much for spending some time with us, and best of luck.
Awesome. Thanks for having me. Are you going to be a muso member yourself at the Adamstown Bowling Club? I hope so.
Duh. Thanks, Matt.
This is work.
Sounds good.
Good stuff.
From the Newcastle Live gig and event guide, this Friday night, the Jeremy Spoke Pearl Jam tribute will hit the stage at Lizottes. The second Sukamama Korean banquet is happening at the Merriweather Surf Club on Saturday. And on Sunday, the Rock for a Cause fundraiser for the families of the Branxton bus tragedy will be happening at Huntley Tavern. Hit the website newcastlelive.com.au to find out more.
The good stuff. That's it for the good stuff today. I'd love to say a big thank you to Matt Field and the whole team over at Adamstown Bowling Club. Be sure to head on over to check it out for yourself. We'll see you tomorrow from 4 p.m. for more of the good stuff.